Let me now turn to the external sector. The current account deficit for the first 3 quarters of 2022-23 stood at 2.7% of the GDP. In third quarter, current account deficit narrowed significantly to 2.2% from 3.7% in the second quarter on account of lower merchandise trade deficit and robust growth in services exports. Strong software services export growth was witnessed across key verticals such as IT services, business process management, and engineering and research design, supported by a rise in global capability centers. The merchandise trade deficit further narrowed during January and February 2023 from its level in the third quarter of 22-23 on the back of a sustained decline in imports. Moreover, India's services exports continued to grow at a healthy pace in the first 2 months of the current calendar year, that is 2023. Better growth prospects of the Gulf Cooperation Council, that is the GCC countries, are expected to keep remittances robust. In fact, inward gross remittances into India touched an all-time high of $107.5 billion during the calendar year 22. Current account deficit is expected to remain moderate in the fourth quarter of 22-23 and also in the year 23-24 at a level that is both viable and eminently manageable. Overall, our external sector indicators have improved significantly. Foreign exchange reserves have rebounded from $524.5 billion on 21st October 2022 and now stand in excess of $600 billion taking into account our forward assets. I shall now announce certain additional measures. There are 5 of them and they are very important. I request your patience. The first announcement relates to developing an onshore non-deliverable derivative market. Banks in India with IFSC banking units, that is IBUs, were earlier permitted to transact in Indian rupee non-deliverable foreign exchange derivative contracts with non-residents and with other eligible banks having IBUs. It is now proposed to permit banks with IBUs to offer non-deliverable foreign exchange derivative contracts involving the Indian rupee to resident users in the onshore market. This measure will further deepen the forex market in India and provide enhanced flexibility to residents in meeting their hedging requirements. The second announcement relates to enhancing efficiency of our regulatory processes. At present, the processes for entities to make applications seeking license or authorization or regulatory approvals from the Reserve Bank under various statutes and regulations take place in both online and offline modes. To simplify and streamline such processes and in line with the Union Budget 23-24 announcement, it has been decided to have a secured web-based centralized portal named as Prabha for such processes. The portal will show time limits for deciding on the applications or approvals sought. This measure will bring greater efficiencies into regulatory processes and facilitate ease of doing business for the regulated entities of the Reserve Bank. The third announcement relates to development of centralized web portal for the public to search unclaimed deposits. At present, the depositors or beneficiaries of unclaimed bank deposits of 10 years or more have to go through the websites of multiple banks to locate such deposits. Now, in order to improve and widen the access of depositors or beneficiaries to information on such unclaimed deposits, it has been decided to develop a web portal